Morning. It started. The ground's not white yet, but the roofs and the windows on my truck are covered in snow. It's supposed to be heaviest today, this afternoon, and tonight, so it's coming. Out of coffee again. Dang. Nope, too early for that. Okay, so plans change fast around here. My plan for today was to take our corn head and another tank of fuel down to Berkey, just so that it's down there when we do get back in the fields. We'll wait for the snow to pass. But I was talking to Phil and we were discussing our tillage plans a little bit. Dad is actually out right now chiseling corn stalks here behind our farm. And so I thought, well, maybe I should hook up our disc and go do some disking of some corn stalks or something while we're waiting. And I don't think the ground was frozen too hard yet, and we get a bunch of snow today. It shouldn't freeze too hard, so probably be a pretty good opportunity to do that. So I'm gonna drive back here, talk to Dad, see what the ground is like where he's working. Look, he got that field done yesterday, must have. And maybe we'll do a tillage day today. Talk to Dad, change the plans again. We're not gonna do tillage today. Let's take the boat and go to the lake. Just kidding. I came down to my seed warehouse to get my coffee because I had some reserved Dr. Peppers down there. And I remembered that I had my boat in there that when I was trying to winterize it a few weeks ago. This boat's a jet boat. It's got some plugs in it that you got to pull out to let the water out of the intakes. One was stuck. I couldn't get it. I think when my kids were playing at the lake this summer, they put a bunch of sand on the platform, got in there, and now it won't let the plugs come out, whatever. So I'm gonna put it in the shop so it doesn't freeze, and I can work on it in there tomorrow maybe. Get that winterized, and then I can put it back. So this tractor's our 8430. I don't drive this tractor a lot. This is the one Phil drives mostly. We plant beans with it, use it to plant wheat. I had to unhook it from the drills. He told me that before he started, there was one of these rear tires was really low in air, so I decided to check them, and since the air's gotten cold out, they're all a little bit low. We'll pump them up and then get our disc hooked. Okay, tires have air in them. Sure would be more fun if we could go to the lake, wouldn't it? So the snow has definitely picked up. Although right at the second, it doesn't seem to be too bad. Dad is having tractor troubles with the 9R since I got out. It's sputtering something. He had an air code about exhaust temperature or something, I don't know. We shut it off and that went away, but it's still sputtering at high RPM. So he's gonna try and change the fuel filters. I don't think it's a fuel filter issue. I don't really know what it is, but it's a problem. So we'll see if what he does fixes it. If not, we'll have to call the dealer, have them come check it out. Okay, we're in the field disking. This is our Landau 7431 VT disc. Like I said in an earlier video, they call it a disc or a vertical tillage tool, but let's be honest, it's a disc. Yeah, we'll work a few of our corn stalk fields down to this. Probably won't be smooth enough to plant in the spring, so we'll have to come back in and level them up with it again. But prevents us from having to chisel it. So it takes a lot of power to pull this disc fast, and it has to be pulled fast to do a decent job. This tractor is borderline. We're doing 7.5. I would like to be able to pull at 8 to 10. Maybe I'm going a little deeper than I need to. That would help me get a little faster, but it is doing a nice job. Leaving a little ridge, we'll adjust that. This, you can pitch it front to back, raise the front and lower the back, or vice versa to help it level it nice and smooth. So because the last time I had it on a different tractor, I got to adjust it a little bit. We'll get it there. Traction doesn't seem to be a problem at the moment. Hopefully we can cover some ground today even with the snow. It's kind of fun making stripes in the fields. Making stripes. So it appears that our snow has turned into rain. That may cut the tillage day short. just standing there. They're not even scared. You deer hunters, step up your game. Come on. For the record, I don't hunt. I just never got into it as a kid. But somebody needs to shoot these damn deer. And while you're at it, take the coon too. We actually do have some hunters that lease some of our ground from us. Told them this summer we were going to double the price of the lease and take $100 off for every deer they shot so that they had some incentive to actually kill the dang things. Constant problem. So the whole goal of this tillage pass with this disc is basically to break these stalks down. You remember where we were combining beans where we had no-tilled, I was having a lot of trouble getting it to cut off and stuff, and a lot of that's caused by the standing corn stalks. Basically this stubble that's left standing up in the rows there, it doesn't break down over the summer in the beans very good, and so we use this disc to kind of cut those up and dig out the root balls, and then mix it in with some dirt and stuff so that as the soil warms up in the spring and throughout the summer, then it breaks all that corn stalk residue down, turns it back into organic matter that is good for the soil, and then it makes it a lot smoother and easier, better seed bed for the beans to be planted into. Combine's easier in the fall and stuff. So we like the job this disc does. Discs are notorious for actually causing compaction more than taking it out, so we try and use it relatively sparingly and only when conditions are right. But in the fall, it's pretty hard to screw stuff. It's too bad I don't have my drone. These stripes would look pretty cool from way up in the air. Well, the precipitation has turned back to a frozen state in the snow here, and it's coming down pretty good. Even the last tillage passes are turning white before I get back to them, so yeah, it'll be fun. Good news, Dad changed some fuel filters on that tractor, and it seems to have fixed the problem. I'm a little surprised by that because, well, they had about 300 hours on them, but really that's not that bad on a big tractor, modern, new tractor like that. We've never had trouble with it before, so I don't know if when we got a fuel delivery in, we stirred up some stuff in the tank and filled that tractor up right away, and it got some sediment or something that plugged up the fuel filters. Whatever, doesn't matter. It's working now, so that's a good thing. He's going to keep going. The snow's making the ground a little bit slippery, which with that big tractor, when you're pulling something real heavy and slower speeds, it makes a bigger difference than like what I'm doing with the disc and high speeds. Slip isn't as much of a factor, so we'll see how far we can get today here, I guess. Okay, so I talked too soon on that other tractor. Not 5 minutes after I recorded that last video clip, he had called me, said the tractor's acting up again. So I'm down to the end rows here on this field. I'm gonna finish this up, go back to the farm, which is right over there somewhere. It's not far away, you can't see it because of the snow. And go see if I can't run it. The problem is he just says it's sputtering, but there's no codes coming up. There's nothing wrong that it's telling you is wrong, so it's really hard to diagnose it if there's no codes. Yeah, we'll have to call the dealer and have them come out, but I don't know what to call them and tell them. So I'm gonna go run it and see if I can't figure it out for myself, and then have a better idea what to tell the dealer, the service techs. All right, done with this field. 35 acres. We do need to do this one across the road yet. There's about 46 acres there, but I'm gonna go back and mess with that other tractor, and as you can see, the rain has turned back into, or the snow has turned back into rain. So we'll see what things look like here in a little bit. Well, I've been around, nothing's acting up yet. The ground's definitely getting slipperier when you're trying to pull this ripper. We're running, well, just 10 to 12% slip now, but it was 20%. I have some weights that go right there on that bracket, and usually we run them in the fall, but I haven't put them in yet, and I think I'm going to have to. Well, the last time I made a video and said that this tractor was running fine, it started acting up right away afterwards. So I'm going to try that again, because I've got a fair amount done here and no trouble whatsoever. So either Dad's crazy, which is unlikely, or there's or some intermittent problem that's going to be hard to diagnose here, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Okay, that worked. We did another round and we just all of a sudden stopped. Yeah. But I don't know why. Alright, now I'm really confused. This tractor is literally stalling, sitting here trying to idle, like it's starving for fuel. But I'm not getting any codes, so I'm wondering if maybe there's something in the fuel tank plugging up the sump where it's drawn from. We just changed fuel filters, it's not that, so something, it seems like a fuel issue though. Well, I'm not excited about another breakdown. I'm hoping this is a minor issue. I don't know what it is. It seems like a fuel issue, like it's starving for fuel, but it's not throwing any codes, which is weird. So I think we're gonna try and get it in the shop, unhook that ripper, which means that the boat that I put in this morning's got to get out. So I'm gonna get that done real quick. Maybe there's something in the sump on the fuel tank that's blocking the line. I don't know. We're gonna see. I did call the dealer. They're gonna probably send somebody out later today to take a look at it. All right, tractor's in the shop. I'm gonna let it warm up and dry off a little bit before I start crawling underneath it and checking stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Go find Dad, see what's going on, I guess. Maybe I'll make a trip to Berkey with some fuel at least. So looking out the window from our office right now, what month would you say it is? November 11th? Don't look like it, but it is. Yeah, bummer. Wait till Wednesday morning when it's 10 degrees outside, then it'll really feel like January. So I'm just spending a little time around the shop and the office here this afternoon, cleaning some stuff up. Still letting the tractor dry out and warm up and stuff. I am gonna go, we've got those weights that go in the center on the rear axle there to just help with our traction, or in the back of the shop. It's not heated back there, so I'm gonna grab them. They're on a pallet and I'll just bring them in here so that they can warm up. But I was cleaning up our bench here. I've got some of that stuff from our electrical project that I was working on left over here. These are the sensors that I'm using for that system to tell if the bin is full or not. So I was just playing with them a little bit to see if they're going to work like I think. But basically this is a proximity sensor. So when it senses something in front of it here, it sends a signal to, on a wire, to do whatever you want it to do. So I kind of rigged one up. I've got these little lights, and so I set one up here. This is just a 12-volt power supply. It's like that one that I put in the box on the bin there. Basically it's going to provide power into my sensor, and then I've got the ground wires here, and then this is the signal wire coming out of the sensor hooked into this light. So when I turn it on here and it senses something in front of it, I think you can see all that, sorry. Like if I just put my finger in front, it makes it light up. Is that not the coolest thing? So the plan is to take this sensor, stick it through the bin wall, and then when the corn or whatever gets in front of it, it will light up this light. And we'll take this light and put it on the outside of the bin so that you'll be able to tell. And I got 5 of them, so you put them at different levels up and down the bin. If the light's on, that means there's corn in front of it, and you can tell how full it is. Okay, it's about 3:30. Snowed out, November 11th. Hard to believe, but that's where we're at. So I am gonna go and get a haircut so that I look pretty in my videos in the future here, and we will see what's going on tomorrow. I somehow doubt we'll be in the fields, but you never know. Anything is possible. If nothing else, maybe the roads will be a little bit better tomorrow and we can move some stuff down to Berkey, get that corn head down there, take another load of fuel, and yeah, we'll go from there. If there is nothing going on, I'll take the day off. Who cares if it's a Tuesday? I worked all weekend. So have a good night, guys. I'm still working on this whole Instagram thing. I think I'm getting it, sort of. So find me there. Find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. All of them are at Borderview Farms. So yeah, comment, subscribe, like, do what you do. We'll talk to you later.